Good morning. Welcome to Tbow Rebuild for Noobs. Basically, like any good noob, I went and bought myself a Tbow, 100 arrows, and have no money left. We're going to be starting off with our untradables and working our way back to a Infernal Cape. So, let's get started. So as said, I will be working towards an Infernal Cape. I have never had one on this account, as you can see, but therefore I will need to get max gear. And having this as a guide, as most people, when they get their first Tbow, that's 1.5 bill. You're going to have most of these untradables, and if you haven't, then your most credit card's in shambles. Now, in most cases, the best way to rebuild from a Tbow is to go back to the source, either Cox or Raids. Obviously, this isn't as easy said as done. I plan to do a lot more lower level content. It's going to take a little bit longer, but it's going to have a larger range of impact. So, starting off with bosses that require very little and slowly moving up, I plan to only do each content once, unless there's a great difference between having minimal gear and maximal gear. I might go back just for an hour or so to see the difference, but I won't be doing, repeat unless we get up to the stages where we are doing raids. If the gear gets to that point, feel free to ask questions or send in your requests, and let's get this bread. So starting out, I do have a basically max house. I will be using my fire cape, and we're going to start off with the best and most ambitious way possible. I'm going to kill some all. 0 GP means we are stealer from the estate agent. So I hope I don't have to explain Mole, but just as a side note, I will only be doing this until I have the resources to upgrade slightly. At the moment, I'm not even running a amulet boots. So for right now, I'll be looking for 2, maybe 3 kills, and then I'm gonna look to rebuy. But I'll probably stay here um, until I'm ready for my next boss. So this is a lot easier if you've got access to the Falador Hard Diaries. I would hope you have that already. Assuming this is a noob guide. If you were getting this through raids or whatnot, you probably have better ways to make your money back than Mole. But it could possibly be the CA. Oh, failed. Okay, now I'm walking, so I'm not about that. I'm gonna go and trade these into Wyson, and we're gonna look at making those first upgrades. I'm really struggling to figure out how to get back to GE. Okay, I'm a genius. So I'm going to sell these to the jewelry shop here, and then I'm going to go and buy runes from her, and we're gaming. Okay, we're home. Right. Now, a few things I didn't mention previously. We will be working on only using a Tbow or ranged where applicable. So we will stem off into other things later, but if Tbow is not a usable item in the content at all, we won't be using it. So that means DKs is an option because Tbow is the best in slot for Supreme and good money. Low level boss, something easy that people can rush for once we get the gear. On top of that, dragon arrows only. Dragon ammunition, we're not going to use anything lower. A little bit of a increases the money that we need to make as well as big numbers. We like big numbers. Alright, so our first pull, we're looking at 101k. So that was for 5 kills. Fairly decent, 5 minutes work. So we're going to start off with Glory because, well, yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. We need an amulet upgrade. We will also go into the. Oh, I could use chasing boots, but I'm gonna get snakeskin. I like to buy things. Good start. And have to get traded. Alright. Because we're sticking at mole, we're gonna go some ranging potions, nice and cheap. And work to the divines a little later, once we have the income. Wait, how much are the divines? Yeah, we're doing it. And then we'll get staminas because we're running. I will be back with you once we've got a milestone or some more GP to play with. First kill back, I think we've got the achievement, the 4 instances of damage. Upgrades. This fucking weapon is unbelievable. So I found out my max hit in this setup is a 70. Um, yeah, I like hitting big. U-Log's probably the first and best drop we can get from this guy without the pet. And this is what I bought the Alex for. I get some easy 10k, no GE tax. Those that are unfamiliar with Mole, you can do this basically free of prayer and food because there are so many safe spots around. You just safe spot against the wall. You don't need to flick anything. I flick rigger just to make it a little bit faster. And yeah, you can stay here forever or as long as your stamina's lost. This is a great starting point, as well as the same tile over here, just because it allows you to automatically safe spot it, and the first 100 damage, you don't have to worry about moving. Okay, so that is now 350 KC. Obviously, since we've started the Tbow rebuild, that's only 29. I think we'll be going to bank due to the dragon arrows with 17 left, but we are averaging about 61 kills an hour at the moment, so pretty good run. And yes, that's about 1 minute. So I've used 5 doses of our divine range pot. Okay, so 100 arrows managed to get us 32 kills. So that's not bad. It's a good start for beginning the gear. We're up to 353. I would like to stay here for a fair while, I think. Okay, well, I've found a few guides saying, trading them in and opening them, so I might as well do it myself. Seems easy enough. I will not be crushing them, I do not have that patience. Torsos are down bad. Okay, so I chose not to sell the miscellaneous items you get from there. I thought we'll stack them up, see what they come up with by the end of the run. But overall, we've earned ourselves a tidy 672k, and that was in about less than 30 minutes. So it's a good start. I'm not exactly sure the upgrade. We can't get a good ring just yet. Well, we need dragon arrows for sure, so I might invest in about 250 of those just to maybe get us about an hour worth. And I'll have a look into some boots, I guess. It's really the only thing with the void set up. Before anyone winters about it, yes, I realize I have the Eternal Flame, so I do not need the Fire Cape anymore. 400 KC coming in hot, and we'll be probably heading back to rebank in the next 50 kills. Peep in the chat, that last kill was fucking 10 seconds. That is, I'm pretty sure, just 4 straight hits. Beautiful. Okay, so I definitely did not miss 450. That's 450 KC right there. And we're almost at 100 moles this trip. That's 300 dragon arrows all done and dusted. We got 135 kills. I do want to get to 500, so I'm going to go probably get another 100 and come back and do 12 more kills. And then we'll sell everything off and see where we're at. Alright, and when this goes down, that's 500 total KC. 147 kills in this round, so I'm going to go and trade these in, tally them up, and we'll see how much money we have in our pocket. All right. The non-nest related items that have sold. I was waiting on you. You get it. All right, there we go. 813K in the bank at the moment. All right. Now let's check back with the nests. And there's 3 more spirit seeds. We'll go take them, cross them over, and hopefully get something pretty from there. Okay, those seeds actually went fucking hard. Ended up with 1.3 mil, and that's not including what's currently still in the bank. Jesus. Okay, and everything is sold off. When we are collecting, we're looking at 5.1 mil. So considering that was done in just about, let's say under 4 hours. It's not amazing, but to start with just arrows, we're looking pretty good. All right, so my next moneymaker, if anyone can guess, is going to be the money snake. Nice and boring, but very easy, very noob friendly, very doable with the Tbow. Takes away any need for switches, and it's quite easy to gear for. So I'm going to just adjust my gear slightly, see what we can come up with. The delicious Sparrows upgrade. Righto, and here's the final setup going into the Zora. Honestly, the Dragon Arrows are not the play, but that's what I'm doing. Running with the Amethyst is better, cheaper, plus the way that Zora works with his max hit, it's capped at 50, so if I roll a 50, it actually gets re-rolled under a 50. So, yeah, you lose a bit of DPS there, but hopefully we can rock out some few kill trips, and I'm tasting an early Onyx. For anyone that is slightly intimidated by this boss, there is a plugin called, well, it's just Zora plugin, and you select the first point of the phase, and at that stage it'll actually show you where to stand, what will attack where, and then that's the best way to learn. I think the old school way was to write down all the different options, and then you just quickly look over. This does the same thing except simplifying. Double snakeskin drop, obviously what we're here for. Love it. First elite clear the grind. I will try and do that in whichever ones I can. I like clues. Well, I said I was going to use the Tbow wherever I could. I had to make a downgrade for this. Any luck? Never. That's the first green drop, double snaps. Not bad. Now 800 KC. We haven't yet rolled a Mega Rare, unfortunately. Oh, Mega Rare. Purple. But we'll keep at it. Managed to get a full key from a kill, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a win. Oh, that was a bloody quick kill. Oh, I want to wait. Probably the fastest so far. That's the first death. Max hit, love it. Good old 41. Okay, so on further review, I found that Zora is actually less per hour than Mole at the moment. So I've taken it on myself to sell everything. I didn't film it, obviously, because I don't know how to do this game properly. Got myself an Anguish upgrade. This setup here, with my trusty new helmet and my new Pegasian boots, are it's about 2% higher than we're Void. So we're going to do this, and hopefully I can get enough just to go into a new thing. I think we might need a blowpipe, some ammunition, and enough for potions. So 1, maybe 2 hours more of this, and we'll be able to move on. Since we came originally, these gear upgrades are absolutely insane. It's saying we're averaging about 75 kills an hour, whereas back when we started with just the Void, Glory even, I think we had 58 average an hour, so this is pretty massive. Oh, back-to-back U-logs, thank you. And this one will be kill 100. So this one I'm gonna finish. We'll go trade them in, empty the seeds, sell it all off, and buy our next upgrades. And there's two additional spirit seeds, so that's going to be another trade in there. It's coming pretty good, to be honest. Except this one didn't really do anything. So this is just the random stuff from the kills. I still need to get some of the runes out of the pouch, but I'll sell off the seeds first, and then we'll work our way back to the mole pits. Okay, this might go astray, but it appears if I just teleport and get these crushed, I should be able to sell them for more than if I was to not do it that way. It's about 140 GP markup. So we'll try it. Might as well. And it worked out. So we will now pull the last bit out, and for total we have 4.85 mil. We did buy a Slayer helmet on the last buy, little sneaky sneaker. And now we want a blowpipe because if the Slayer helmet didn't give it away, we're gonna do Slayer, and I think it is necessary for us to skip for tasks because Tbow specific ones, there's not a lot. So I'm gonna just get that and find out what else we can get for that money. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. There is still 1.2 mil to play with regards to whatever task we get. If we get, say, demonic gorillas, I'm gonna have to invest in some melee gear, maybe D boots, buy a glory back or a strength army, not sure, and potentially upgrade that to a fury, but we'll work on that depending on what we get. Everything we made, as we see, the Tbow and the 100 arrows are in the invent, and the rest, we're looking 16.5 mil plus the Slayer helm and the gloves. It gets to about 17.5 mil, slightly under, so pretty good effort. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.